Number 53, we are going to work this out. 2 over 21x minus 4 over 15x squared. These two are rational expressions. How do we subtract rational expressions? Well, they are just like fractions. To add or subtract fractions, we must have the same denominators, but they don't. So that will be the first step. We have to come up with the common denominator first. So to do that, we'll just focus on the 21x and also the 15x squared. The top stays the same for now. Let me rewrite it right here. For the first one, we will have 2 over. Let's look at the denominator. We have 21x. Let's think about how can we break this down. What times what is equal to 21? Well, 3 times 7 is equal to 21. And that's the most that we can do. Here we have an x, so that means we are multiplying with x as well. 3 times 7 times x is equal to 21x. And for the second one, we maintain the same subtraction. And then on the top stays the same. Over, we will break down the bottom. 15, it's like 3 times 5. And that's the most that we can do. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. And then here we have the x squared. That means we have multiply with x and x, like this. So the key is you factor out the denominators first. That will be the first step. And now, to come up with the lowest common denominator, let me write it down on the side. We have to pick up what do we need. What do they have in common? Well, here we have the 3. The 3s are in common. I will need to have one of the 3s. And the leftovers, you see the number 7 and the number 5 we haven't used yet. We have to put them together. 3 times 7 times 5, that's how we put the numbers together for the lowest common denominators for these numbers. And then for the x, here we have an x, and then this one also has an x. So one of the x is in common, but then for this x, this is kind of like the leftover. I will also need to multiply with that. So the key right here is that you want to change both denominator into this, okay? For the first one, we have 3 times 7 times x. What do we need? Let's see. We have the 3 right here, we have the 7 right here, but I need a 5, right? So I will need to multiply by 5 right here. I only have one x, but the lowest common denominator says I will need to have 2x. So I will need to multiply by another x. So you see 3, 7, and then the 5, and then 2 of the x. So I will need to multiply by 5x on the bottom to come up with the lowest common denominators. I multiply the bottom by 5x, I will also need to multiply the top by 5x. And now let's work on the second one. On the bottom, I have 3, but I don't have the 7, so I will need to multiply by 7. I do have the 5 already, and then I have 2x here, and then I have the 2 of the x right here as well. So multiply by 7, that's all we need. So I will multiply by 7 on the top as well. Okay, so I will multiply out the bottom. Let's see what do we have. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 5 is equal to 105. I'm just multiplying out the numbers. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 5 is 105. And then I have the x times x, that's x squared. And because they have the same denominator, I can just put them into one fraction. On the top, for this one, this is 2 times 5x. 2 times 5x will give us 10x. Minus 4 times 7 is 28. And that's pretty much all we have right here. And if we take a look at the answer choices here, none of this match with our answer right here. But then we have 10x minus 28 on the top. We see that 2 goes into 10 and 2 goes into 28 as well. So in another word, I can factor out the 2 on the top. So 10x, if we factor out the 2, we will have 5x left. Negative 28, we factor out the 2, we have minus 14 left. If you distribute 2 times 5x, we have 10x. 2 times negative 14, we have minus 28. So after we factor this out, nothing cancels though. Because this is 2, this is 105. There's nothing that's in common. Nothing will be able to cancel out. On the top, I have 2 times 5x minus 14 over the denominator is 105x squared. And as you can see, this is answer choice B. Our happy answer, choice B. That's it.
Thank you for watching.